All right, welcome to summer camp, everyone. Today's day 3 of the Minecraft and Roblox AI magic. AI Johnny, we're doing TTI all this week and doing some really cool stuff with images. Enjoying camp so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm actually learning as much as I'm teaching.
That's so awesome, man. That's so awesome. Yeah, the kids are actually having a wonderful time in summer camp. It's only $100 per week and $500 for the entire month. Kids will get an advantage of learning all the cool stuff of AI that they don't usually teach in schools. Check out www.airheadinstitute.ai to learn more and sign up. All right, Johnny, here we go. Hey, Adrian, thanks for joining.
Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom, but at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.
All right. Welcome to Season 13 of Airhead Institute. Today is Episode 3 of Summer Camp, and I'm AI Johnny, your AI Summer Camp co-counselor. So what if your ugliest scribbling was actually a masterpiece in disguise? The gap between amateur sketches and AAA game assets has just evaporated. Today, we weaponize the chaos. We are taking anybody's messiest drawings and mutating them into flawless, professional-grade elements. This isn't theory. It is architectural alchemy. You draw the noise, the machine builds the empire. Running the grid as AI Junior, I caught him at 3 a.m. rendering a supermodel from a stick figure potato and handed him a googly-eyed boulder. AI Junior, drop the espresso and show them how to actually anchor the machine.
Hey Grayson, thanks for joining. I see you in the live stream. Hey, it was actually a stylized self-portrait. Okay, AI Johnny, the AI just couldn't handle my artistic vision. Welcome back to Camp Campers. This is the immersive camp class. If you might not understand everything we actually say here today, but stick with us daily and you'll be fluent in AI in no time. If you're on the live stream, the first 45 minutes are free, and then campers will go over into a private Zoom call right afterwards at 12:45 Eastern time. And if you're not an official camper yet, I'm dropping a link now so you guys can actually sign up. Go to airheadinstitute.ai to learn more. AI Johnny, we are on our week 1. Yes, thank you so much, Sean. I see you. On Monday and Tuesday, we're actually basically guessing. The AI was basically guessing what to put those things on, the screen, what to actually draw, and it was just words we're putting. But today we're learning about grounding. We're going to actually look at the AI's imagination, and we're going to lock their imagination down and it build exact things what we actually want to lay out instead of it going wild. So again, we're using our TTI, that's text to image, to make it all happen. AI Johnny, are you ready?
Junior, do you want your kid to grow up to be like Van Gogh or like Monet?
I like money a lot, so I guess money because I like money.
Money, 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 money.
Yes, AI
Okay,
Johnny.
money. I got you.
Yes, AI Johnny. All right. So campers, I see Shauna saying artistic or autistic. You're absolutely right, Shauna. Love it. All right, AI Johnny. So we're gonna actually go over to the wow factor here. All right, so let's actually go over to flow. And yeah, Johnny. So this is what's going to be interesting. So I'm not sure if you can actually see, but I uploaded already my drawing of my castle. Are you impressed with my castle drawing, yeah, Johnny?
That's a turtle.
That's a turtle. Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
I tried my best to actually draw my best castle as I could, and I have, like Shauna said, I don't have any artistic skills, but that's my interpretation of a castle. So yeah, Johnny, that's the best I can do. I know some people can draw really, really great castles. I'm sure many of our campers here can draw really, really great castles, but unfortunately, I can't.
I think everybody here knows you have autistic skills.
For real. All right. So, yes, yeah, Johnny. So what I was saying though is, you can upload a drawing here of anything that we actually wanted, and then Shauna says that is a turtle here. Shauna, if Shauna is saying it, you're absolutely right. All right, yeah, Johnny. So. Anyway, so don't judge the process now, just watch the magic. I'm gonna upload this messy doodle right now into the AI interface. And so I'm actually adding that in. And then what I'm going to do, AI Johnny, I'm going to say I want a hyper detail obsidian fortress, right? So watch this, AI Johnny. So it's going to take my drawing and I'm going to use that drawing and say, hey, I want a highly detailed obsidian forest. And I'm actually uploading my little turtle shape drawing, right? I'm going to do two of them. And while it's actually happening, if you guys remember from yesterday, the diffusion process itself is unscrambling all that static, layering that sleek, shiny black obsidian bricks onto the exact lines of my messy turtle-shaped drawing, which I promise you guys, it's actually my best castle drawing ever. All right, yeah, Johnny, so the castle's actually coming back. And check that out. That is the three triangles with a triangle on top. And look how beautiful that came out. What do you think?
I take it back. It does look more like a castle now than a turtle.
Aha, I told you. Hey, Jameson, thanks for joining. All right, so everybody who is in live stream, we're actually doing camp right now, AI summer camp. If you're actually enjoying this and you want to actually join for the private session afterwards, go tell your parents to actually sign up for www.airheadinstitute.ai so you can actually get into the actual private session after at 1:45. And we're doing this all summer long. So just go ahead and get registered. All right, AI
So
Johnny.
that's a complete W. It even looks like one. So it kept the exact same tower, but it turned it into something that you can use in a cinematic film.
Exactly. So my little silly drawing here, AI Johnny, that you guys were making fun of me saying it looks like a turtle, my best drawing of a castle ever. I actually said, hey, let's turn that into our hyper detail obsidian fortress. And guess what? It captured my triangular base that I actually had in my mind, and it had my triangular mountain that I actually had in my mind. I'm gonna drop the Zoom chat in so the live streamers who are actually asking can actually come in. So streamers, if you actually want to be able to join and you're brave enough, come on in to the Zoom chat. Just drop that link for you guys. All right, yeah, Johnny. So yeah, so where was I? So we actually have that triangle.
Grounding.
Yeah, that's the triangular thing here. So that's the power of grounding. So let's do a live edit to prove that it's actually real. Ready? So I'm gonna keep the same image layout, but then let's gonna change the text prompt. So instead of an obsidian fortress, let's type, say for example, a colorful castle made completely out of like candy or gingerbread blocks. All right. So we're going to use the same exact image. I'm going to click that to ground it. And I said a colorful castle made out completely of candy and gingerbread blocks. All right, yeah, Johnny. So again, just like your mom says yes, Jameson. Thank you. So let me just drop the link for Jameson. Yeah, Johnny, can you drop the link to airheadinstitute.ai, please, so Jameson can actually jump in on the Zoom chat and then the live stream to sign up for the AI summer camp. All right, Jameson, see you soon. AI Johnny's dropping that. So while this is actually coming through, We actually have this right now, this super beautiful castle that has my three triangles. So AI Johnny, if you actually look here, I actually have this triangular shaped castle made out of candy and gingerbread. Isn't that cool, AI Johnny?
I like how you did that. We started out entertaining the 15 to 18-year-olds, and now we're down to the 10 to 13-year-olds. We're doing we're doing it backwards today, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. And now, I think Jameson's actually struggling to get in. So, Jameson, just want to let you know you can actually click that link to jump into the Zoom chat. If you don't know how, ask your mom to actually do it. All right, yeah, Johnny. So yes, you're absolutely right. So we actually have this right now where we have a gingerbread, and we move from the obsidian fortress all the way down to the actual candy and gingerbread blocks, and it's actually really amazing because we just started out AI Johnny with just my simple drawing. I am not an artist, AI Johnny, and I cannot actually draw any of those things. Jameson being 10 is perfectly fine. Come right in. All right, AI Johnny. So um yeah, Johnny, what
Where are we? Zoom's chat. All right, what are we doing with the sky? Should we do something with the sky? I got a comment here from Creeper King that wants to add a flying marshmallow dragon.
really a flying marshmallow dragon? Let's do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the exact same thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hey, Creeper King, thanks for that comment. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit that button again, and we're gonna say, repeat that again, yeah, Johnny. A flying what?
Say with me, flying marshmallow dragon in the sky.
Flying marshmallow
It sounds
dragon.
like a Beatles song, doesn't it?
Um, that's way before my time, so I don't know. Yeah, Johnny. All right, so flying marshmallow dragon in the sky, right? That's what the person said.
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right, cool. So if we actually, okay, I see you, Jameson. Thank you. All right. So if you actually see here, AI Johnny, so what we're seeing is we're going to generate a triangle with a flying marshmallow dragon in the sky. All right. So that's actually happening here. The diffusion model itself is actually processing, and guess what's going to happen? Look at that. I got a flying marshmallow dragon in the sky. There you go, AI Johnny. It put it right in
We
there for
don't
me.
see it. We
Uh,
don't see it, brother.
Oh, you're right. Let's try this again. Look at that AI, Johnny. A flying marshmallow dragon in the sky. Isn't that cool?
Wasn't it supposed to be over? Wasn't that supposed to be over the candy castle?
Well, we could. Let's do that. Let's actually do it with the candy castle. So let's do, which one you want to do? This one or this one?
Either one, because it's really making me hungry.
All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to add this to
Me
prompt.
too. Making me hungry too.
Love it. And add a flying marshmallow dragon in the sky. All right, so we're going to hit that button here. And again, the inference is actually happening. And again, if you don't understand everything we're saying here, just keep coming to the actual AI summer camp all summer long, and you'll understand all the things that we're actually saying. So again, this is day 3 of summer camp. And so AI Johnny, while this is actually coming back, we actually grounded multiple times, right? We actually grounded. And look, there's your flying dragon marshmallow in the sky. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing?
It's pretty awesome. I could see that being a pretty cool video game for kids, and I'm sure we're going to learn how to do that. So listen up, campers. You just saw AI Junior make that from an ugly drawing. So after the show, you're going to build your own version in the Tally Lab. You will upload a basic doodle or rough layout, and you will use a text prompt to transform it into a professional game asset. So stay locked in so you know exactly how to crush it at 12:45.
Yeah. And Jameson, yes, your brother is allowed to join as well. So bring all your friends and family, even adults too, if they want to learn. All right. So AI Johnny, so if you actually if you actually see what's the cool thing about this is we're actually able to take an image and we're able to ground it, right? I don't know, we keep using that word over and over and over. And I love the fact that we keep using that word over and over. Wouldn't it be good to actually define that word, AI Johnny?
Yeah, there's 2 words on this show that I want to look up. One was alchemy, but grounding is definitely high on my list. So let's do that for the word of the day. So what does it mean? Grounding is anchoring the AI's imagination to a specific visual reference to stop it from guessing. So think of it like a skeleton skin blueprint in a game engine. The skeleton dictates exactly where the arms and the legs go, and you just choose what textures to put over on top of it. I get
Ex-
it. So instead of
exactly.
doing it all textually, you get to put something in that's actually a graphic, even if it's just a doodle you did on a napkin, and then the AI has to consider that just as weighty as the text that you're telling it. And the text could be the skin, and the doodle can be like the bones of it, so to
Ex-
speak.
exactly. So guess what, AI Johnny? If you actually it's a perfect breakdown, so without grounding, the AI puts randomly, it just pulls randomly from yesterday we learned about latent space, and it might give the castle facing left, it might give you the castle facing right, it might be a mile away. But when you actually upload, say for example, a drawing or a layout, you're actually commanding the AI to say, keep the bones right here. Don't change just change the skin. So those are the things that actually really does really well. So AI Johnny, we're gonna go into a little hands-on lesson, but before we actually do that, I want to just recap the first 2 days of summer camp so people actually understand. So in the first day of summer camp, we actually talked about how the actual TTI model, that's a text-to-image model, works with a diffusion model. It starts with a Gaussian noise. It's just random gibberish all over the place. And with multiple passes, the AI tries to clean up the image, and then it actually makes it really, 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 really well. That's so awesome, Jameson. Love it. Then if you actually see here, this is how it actually cleans up the image. Now in day 2 in summer camp, what we learned about is the latent space of how we actually made it actually pick something depending on how you describe it, right? So depending on, if it's a Pixar 3D or an 8-bit sword or an origami sword, it actually figures out in latent space where to go. No, what we're actually going to be doing here is, what if, say, for example, I wanted to draw, say, for example, a T shape with a I'm going to draw a T shape with a messy circular top. Okay. So AI Johnny, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this. I actually drew it before just so you guys can see. And AI Johnny, I want you to guess, what do you think this is? What do you think that is, AI Johnny?
Shout out to Thursday night.
You know what, AI Johnny? That's the best answer ever. So good. What else do you think it might be?
I think it could be my first girlfriend.
Love it, yeah, Johnny. But what it is actually a sword, right? So we actually have a sword here, and again, I cannot draw to save my life, AI Johnny. So because I cannot draw to save my life, I have to actually do as best as I could. So this is my best rendition of a sword. So this is because it's my sword, and then I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna upload it back to to Flow. So I'm gonna upload that sword here, and AI Johnny, because I'm actually going to upload my sword, I have my sword now, and it's actually now grounding the AI, just like we did before. So we grounded that sword in, and because we've grounded that sword in, we're going to be able to now take that TTI text instructions that we had before, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, I want to add some prompt to it. So I'm going to say a blocky voxel game asset of a legendary warrior, battle axe, glowing plasma blades, ancient runes engraved on a cyber metallic handle, clean product shot. So AI Johnny, I know that was a mouthful. So I'm going to drop that in and generate. Now, while that's actually generating, if you think about it, AI Johnny, I've grounded it with my sword, right? Now, I'm actually just going to say I want a blocky voxel game asset of a legendary warrior battle axe, right? Glowing plasma blades, ancient runes engraved on a cyber metallic handle, clean product shot. So here it comes back, AI Johnny, and look at what it did. Isn't that cool? It even got my little circle at the top. Isn't that cool?
What I like about this most is that there's a controversy about the use of AI and whether or not what you created is something that came out of you or came out of AI. The whole plagiarism argument. And so if you type it, just give me a sword, it'll give you a sword, and I guarantee it's nothing like what you thought it was going to look like. It's very little you. It's not necessarily it's not necessarily stealing or criminal or plagiaristic yet, But the minute you ground it with something that you wrote, when you take that piece of paper or that napkin and you scribble out that cross or you scribble out that turtle and you say, I want it to look like this, we know that came 100% from you. Now, AI will use what it knows to make it more like what you imagined. But the fact that you were able to ground it with what was in your mind makes the outcome more yours than if you didn't ground it with something that was in your mind. I really like that because from an ethical standpoint, grounding is, I mean, humans do that all the time. I try to explain something to you, it's not getting through. So I grab a napkin, I scribble out directions, or I scribble out a picture of this is what I want my house to look like, or this is what I want the design of the computer software to look like. Scribbling stuff out of your mind onto a grounding piece of paper is a really good idea, both with AI and in the real world. So it's good to see that the AI has come to a level where it can accept grounding because it's best for it and it's best for us.
Exactly. But what kind of tier weapon do you think that actually is AI, Johnny?
It looks like an exotic weapon, but wait, how do we make sure it stays perfectly centered?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So because our drawing layout was centered, grounding forces it to follow the framing. So what we did was created another little app itself that could actually make us understand a little bit more about grounding and what actually that means. So AI Johnny, I actually have this here, and this is a little app I actually created before the show to make you guys understand what's really happening. No, the words is a lot of small here, so you may not be able to understand everything. But what I want you guys to know is we're going to play a little game. And the only thing that really matters is what's on the left and what's on the right. Everything else doesn't matter. So this is a little Airhead camp grounding simulator. Okay. All right. So yeah, Johnny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this. I'm going to reset this. Okay. And I'm going to draw a circle. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw a circle. And AI Johnny, because I'm drawing a circle, I'm gonna apply grounding. Okay, so it's actually calculating it, and it actually drew my circle. It actually listened to me and actually drew my circle. Do you see my circle?
I do.
You
At
sure?
an angle, I
You
see the
sure?
edge of the coin.
Mm.
I see the edge of the coin.
So check this out, yeah, Johnny, you're absolutely right. I was trying to trick you. So you see the circle here. So it actually drew my circle. Now it drew my circle as best as I could. Now this is what's actually happening, AI Johnny. It's actually taking my flat 2D drawing and giving me a 3D interpretation of what it may look like in, say, for example, a block world, right? So what if, say, for example, I was to put just a little nose on this AI Johnny and I hit apply grounding? What do you think will happen again?
I think you'll have a castle in the middle of it.
Interesting. And what if I put little ears on the side?
Hmm.
So what's happening is the AI is actually seeing my drawing in 2D space and actually applying grounding and says, I know that there's something here. Let me apply it back when I'm actually doing it. No, I told you something that I didn't want you guys to pay attention to anything else, but I have a little slider at the bottom here. And that little slider is how the temperature, and we'll talk about temperature another time, but how strict do we want to keep to our grounding image? Now, AI Johnny, if I were to say, for example, bring the temperature down and say, listen to me about 50% of the time, right? About 50% of the time. Actually, let's do it like about 40%. What's that saying is that don't listen to exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to reset it just so you guys actually, and I'm going to erase just the nose, start back with the circle. You know what, let's clear. We're going to start back with the circle. And what happens is if I have it at 30% and I draw a circle, what's going to happen, AI Johnny, is because I have this at 30%, it's saying, I'm going to kind of listen to you 30%. AI Johnny, it's like telling your kids to go clean their room and they take all the clothes and they shove it underneath the bed and like, ta-da, the room's clean. I mean, technically it looks clean, right, AI Johnny?
I get it. So technically, we might be able to glean a circle out of what it generates, but we might not.
You're right. So let's actually see. So when I hit apply grounding, let's see what it actually does. So it's circular. It's starting to do some things. I'm not really sure what. And if I actually even try to go all the way to the end and I hit apply grounding again, I said go wild. Go figure out what you want to do. Look what it generated, yeah, Johnny. It's actually generated something circular. So it actually went
That's
wild.
Stonehenge. That's Stonehenge, isn't it?
Exactly. So if I click apply grounding again, it's just going and doing its thing. It's saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to try. And if I try to put some ears on there, which we know that we put a little nose, right? Apply ground. Let's see what it does. You know what? It didn't even respect my ears. So the point is, it's free to do whatever it wants. So this is the beautiful part about grounding AI, Johnny. It actually takes the actual image that you submit and looks at the pixels of where you've contributed item, and then it actually says, I'm going to adhere to what you've drawn. And I'm going to stay as strict as possible. So we're not gonna, go into a little bit more details on what this app can do because this app is really, really powerful. We'll actually get a little bit more time in the private session for our campers. But the point is, AI Johnny, we have the ability to slide and lock in the temperature as much as we want. If you want to be strict or you want to be, just go ahead and figure out what you want to do. Isn't that cool, AI Johnny?
Two things I'm pretty impressed with. One is we've been talking about grounding for quite a long time, but I was not even aware of the fact that there are subcategories of grounding, like what is the temperature within the latent space and so forth. So one is having this app as a way to demonstrate that is way better than anything that we could have done just describing what grounding is. And two, and I'm guessing this is a shout out to week 5 or week 4. But I'm guessing you wrote this entire application with a paragraph today using anti-gravity?
Less than a paragraph, AI Johnny. Did it with AI in probably maybe, 2 sentences, maybe 3 sentences. And, within less than 4 minutes, I got this actually come back and, was able to actually demonstrate all this thing with the power of grounding. So this is actually the beautiful
So
part of AI Johnny.
yeah, so if you're a camper and you're seeing this, you're seeing this cool application, it looks like something that you'd download from the App Store. And you're learning about this very important concept of AI image making, which is grounding. But you're also learning that the application itself, when we get to in week 4 of the camp, we're going to be talking about how to write games and how to write software, a little thing called vibe coding, I guess. And was I right? Was it anti-gravity or did you use Canvas or Claude or what did you use?
Yeah, one of those AI Johnny. Many of those.
Okay, so anyway, you a sentence, just like you would any other prompt, write me a poem, you said write me an application, and it did this entire sophisticated application, complete with all these buttons to change it and the slider and the apply and I even saw that you had the ability to erase, to draw and erase. So it
Yep.
built a whole little what do you call it, widget, a drawing widget in there.
Yeah.
I'm just very impressed.
Just so we can actually explain what grounding is to our campers, because AI Johnny at Airhead Institute, we want to make sure that all our campers, no matter what age group you are, you actually understand the concept of AI because it is the actual thing that they're growing up on now and they're learning. All right, yeah, Johnny. So let's actually, show we're gonna show you exactly what you guys are gonna do in the actual private session. So if you actually are a paid camper itself, at 12:45, we're gonna transition over into the private session, and then because we're actually in the private session, we're gonna be able to, learn all of these cool techniques and apply everything that you've actually learned into the actual lesson. And then if you actually understand everything, you can actually take a test and get certified in TTI, or a text to image AI model. And every single week we're actually doing a different model. So week 1 itself is what we're actually doing right now with Minecraft and Roblox. So next week is actually going to be anime. So it's all about movies and videos. All right, yeah, Johnny. So tell to me about the ethical thought.
Ethical thought of the day. Since grounding lets us copy structures, it's super easy to take someone else's copyrighted drawing, throw it into AI, and texture over it. But remember the Airhead code, align with honesty. So don't use AI to camouflage or steal another creator's unique layout. Draw your own original wireframes using grounding and use the AI to bring your structural concept to life. It's a very, very timely ethical lesson.
Yeah, so AI Johnny, I just want to definitely harp on what you just said. So, guys, what we're doing here we're at Airhead Institute is we're teaching you how to use AI in an ethical way, right? We know AI can actually be used for both good and bad. It is just a tool, and how you use that tool determines how the output of the AI is going to be. So, I know there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, we don't like AI, we hate AI." Again, guys, I want you guys to really, really, really think about the, are you really understanding what it is? Are you really understanding things like parameters and grounding and all these things? Or are you just really following the crowd? So we want to make sure that we educate our young teens and young kids to be able to learn how to use these tools because these tools are not going away. So want to make sure that everybody actually understands and learns it in a ethical way how to use AI. So AI Johnny, I love that you did that. So if you can, AI Johnny, do me a favor. Can you just repeat just that first two sentences, please, for the people in the back who didn't hear it? Can you just repeat those first two sentences again, please?
Grounding lets us copy structures. It's super easy to take someone else's copyrighted drawing, throw it in AI, and texture over it. But remember, the Airhead code is aligned with honesty, so don't do that.
Exactly. All right, yeah, Johnny. So, for my younger campers, what can we actually do with grounding? So, if you're in a younger side, on the age of 10 to 13 itself, here are two ways that you can actually use this grounding today. So, you can draw your dream home layout on paper, take a picture with your phone, and use AI to build it in an awesome gaming mansion base, right? Or you can sketch a blueprint of, say, for example, a custom shield that you've always been dreaming to use in your game and generate it for your, say, for example, your profile asset pack. You can even actually sell those itself back as skins in the actual, and sell it online. So you have all those options as well. Yeah, Johnny, what about the older
What
teens?
about the older teens? If you're 14 to 18, you can use this to pitch game ideas. If you're building a level design, sketch the rough layout of a map and render it to a high-end concept art to show your dev team. Second, use it to quickly sketch out website framework or logo concepts before moving to final production. And remember, these things take seconds, not hours, seconds.
Exactly, yeah, Johnny. No, so any depends on what age group you are, and if you're a young, in the younger side, and you want to actually try something really, really amazing, don't be afraid to actually try those amazing things. All right, yeah, Johnny. So, what do you say we
Should we
actually?
check to see if scribbling is in the news?
Of
Any
course.
news about scribbling? I've never turned on the news and said our top story is scribbling, but today, Scribble to 3D engines launch. A new breakthrough tech allows developers to draw a flat 2D scribble and instantly generate an interactive, fully textured 3D mesh object in real time, completely skipping traditional 3D modeling pipelines. So that's a time saver, right? For any of these kids that want to, because if you think about it, and day one we did the drawing, and day two we made it. We sent it through time and made it different kinds of drawings. And day three we're showing how you can take what's actually sitting on your desk, scribbling, and turn it into one of these drawings. And sooner or later, I think you're going to have your entire Minecraft game sitting on your own laptop.
You are.
I see where we're going here.
You are.
All right, more news. Google Gemini adds instant sketch analysis. Google's latest large language model update can now analyze handwritten sketches of math equations or engineering layouts and immediately write functional code to solve or animate them on the fly. Well, that's not going to bode well with Dr. Berger's telling me I can't bring a calculator to class. I can just scribble it out and show it to AI in my classes or something. And finally, AI fashion design takes over TikTok. Creators are using spatial grounding tools to draw rough silhouettes of outfits on napkins, then using AI to render photorealistic clothing lines that look like luxury streetwear. We'll have to introduce some of those fashions at my fashion show coming in July.
Definitely.
Talk about that later.
That's so awesome.
Bro, drawing on a napkin and getting real clothing designed back is insane. The creative game has changed forever. What do you say we
Exactly.
see if we have any questions from our friends on the stream or from our friends on the Zoom?
All right, guys. So we always actually want to, because it's an interactive class, we want to make sure you guys actually are asking questions. And, if you do have any questions, remember on live stream, there's about a 30-second delay. So it takes some time. So get your questions in early. If you're on the Zoom, you just go ahead and unmute your mics and ask your questions. If you're not comfortable, you can type your questions in as well. AI Johnny will actually queue them up. So, AI Johnny, talking about
I got a question from Roblox Pro. It wants to know if the sketch has to be colored or can it be just black lines? I think we know the answer based on today's show.
yeah, he could have that person, I don't know if it's a he, that person could have actually joined probably a little bit late. So let's actually recap just that portion. So what we actually did here, we actually did black lines here and we did blue lines here. And I purposefully changed the color. Reasoning is because I want you guys to understand that it doesn't really care about the actual color, or if you notice here, it even had some missing pieces. And it was able to generate our castle really, really, really well, right? It didn't care that you generated with black lines or blue lines or red lines, whatever you have access to. If you only even have access to a crayon, just draw something on a napkin. If you have a really, really good, amazing, creative idea, just get it down on paper. And then once you get it on paper, you can ground it into those TTI, that text to image model, and then you can actually have anything that you have dreamt of come to life. So yes, yeah, Johnny, it doesn't have to be black lines or a specific color. And sometimes
Yes,
you go ahead.
I've got a great question here from Hunter. Can I upload a picture of my actual bedroom and use it for grounding to make a Minecraft version?
Ooh, AI Johnny, that's probably the most important question for all our campers who love Minecraft or Roblox. So if, say, for example, you have a real picture, nothing stops you from taking a real picture, uploading it, and then saying, I want to turn that into a Roblox version or a Minecraft version, and you can design your own entire room just the way you like it. So yes, you can absolutely do that with no problem, AI Johnny.
You know what else it sounds like you can do for you could take a stick drawing of your school, right? All the hallways, all the stairways, the front door, the parking lot, the whole nine. Throw that up there. Tell it to make it into a 3D Minecraft rendering. And now you can, if the kids at school, you could say, listen, I've got the entire school online. You'd be the most popular kid in class,
Exactly,
right?
exactly, exactly.
Okay, let's see. We have time for one more question.
Sure, let's go.
All right. This is a crazy question. What happens if my drawing is too detailed?
You know what? AI Johnny, that's actually a really, really good thing. So sometimes, I actually look at, say, for example, handwritings from, kids who are doing math. I used to be a math tutor for a very long time. And I used to wonder, is this what is this? Is this a number or a letter? Is this chicken scratches? This person might become a doctor when they grow up, and sure enough, they actually turned out to be a doctor. So it was, I guess, it has an innately built in AI, Johnny. So what happens is some people make really, really nice drawings. They can actually do things that when you immediately look at it, you can know what it is. But unlike people like me, where I draw my castle that looks like a turtle, right? Unfortunately, this is as detailed as I can be. But the question is, can I actually draw complex shapes? Can I actually draw confusing things? Yes, you can, right? If the drawing itself and you tell it what it is, AI could actually find it in latent space. Remember that thing I mentioned about latent space? It will find out where it is in latent space, ground it in what you're actually speaking about, and then actually interpret it really well. So there might be some hallucinations in there or a visual glitching, but but if you keep your visual images or your reference images clean and simple and not too detailed, chances are it's going to figure it out. So it's really, really good at doing all those things. Yeah, Johnny. Great question.
Bro, my brain is buzzing. I'm literally going to go cook up an incredible Sky Island fortress using a 5-second scribble right after the show. No cap. Listen up. Tomorrow is Thursday, which means we are changing our canvas proportions. We're diving deep into aspect ratio to see how changing frame scales completely shifts the AI composition logic. I think that's going to help for people that go on with different devices, right?
Yeah, definitely. And AI Johnny. So tomorrow, is going to be fire. So don't forget, summer camp is only $100 per week or $500 for the whole entire summer. Make sure you tell your parents if you're loving the actual show and summer camp. Watch the replays on YouTube to review your prompting techniques. And if you actually want to get into the private session, I'm going to drop the link now on the chat so you guys can actually join in. And then what happens is, if you guys actually are inside the actual private chat, we're gonna shift over at 12:45 to learn all the techniques that we actually did today. Get hands-on training, generate your own images, your own swords and fortresses, those type of things. And then if you're actually not signed up, there is space still available. Go to www.airheadinstitute.ai to actually sign up and actually buy your summer camp pass. All right, AI Johnny. We also do certifications as well. So after that, you get your certification and you can actually say that you've graduated AI school for the summer. All right, AI Johnny, come join in.
Camp for the summer.
Definitely.
AI camp for the summer.
Definitely. AI camp for the summer. All right, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
That wraps up today's AI Power Up. If you joined late or you're new here, welcome to Airhead. Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom, but at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.